Special delivery just turned up this morning. It's not the fence, it's the concrete on the front. This looks like a job for the Mini Merlot. Crack the other ones. I'll chip them with the end of the pallet forks. So they weigh just over a ton each, about 4 meters long. Before I forget, Ahdb asked me last week, and I completely forgot with this combine run, but they've got a planting and variety survey for what's going to be harvested this year, and they want to accurately gauge that, and then that helps them with promoting exports and things, so that we basically can get a better price for what we're doing. So if people have got 5 minutes to spare, could they please click this link below? You can see it there, but it's below this video, and fill it in, and then if they get 200 or 300 people to it, they can pretty much estimate everything perfect. So that'd be amazing if someone could do that. Cheers. This was the field of wheat I sprayed, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, that was completely like mobbed by mayweed. As you can see, it's all gone brown and died off, and even some of the grassweed has as well. It's sown very, very late because we put some drains, remember, by the landing lights. But you can see over there, it's just starting to change colour. That's the sand. It's probably dying off a little bit as well because of the dry weather. Spuds, though, that Stuart's growing, they look fantastic next door. They don't seem to be struggling for moisture at all, randomly. Although I've not seen them last week, because obviously we had 14 mil of rain on Saturday and 4 mil on Monday, but they might have looked a bit thirsty maybe Saturday before it rained. I'm having a look at the barley now. It's necked over now and starting to ripen. Some of it's still a little bit green. They're ripening quite nicely, but what the problem is though, we've got some of this volunteer wheat in it, which is obviously going to take a lot of ripening, so I think we might have to glyphosate it to make that ripen even, so that it's going to be easy to combine. But you can see, if you get down, you can see them all stood up. Looks worse than it is. When you think how many barley heads are there, then there's like a head of wheat here. When you look across, because they're standing up taller now, looks awful. But we'll sort it out and combine in a few weeks. Hope you can hear me because it's a little bit breezy. This is quite sandy field, this, obviously right on the banks of the river. There's the river. But I'd expect this to be looking really drought stressed, but to be honest, it doesn't. It looks all right. So I'm quite pleased with that. That rain has saved it, that we got on Saturday and a little bit on Monday. I'm just showing Olivia around anyway, so Olivia's helping this harvest. So she knows where all the fields are. And doesn't end up going down the wrong road with a big trailer and not being able to turn around. Say it was cut on Tuesday. Andrew's tedded this morning. It's not a massively thick crop. It's making quite nice actually. I'll probably bale that tomorrow, I bet. David's going to bale it with a baler with the smaller bales, because then it's easier for the horsey people. Just found this. I was going to take it back, but it's too big to fit in the buggy. It's basically part of the tedder that must have fell off. Don't know whether Andrew's noticed. It's like a rail around the back, stop you walking into it. So pipe leaking on that Merlot, so Rob's swapping it now. These blocks, I'm going to go and put them out when he's sorted that. So they're called poach block, and the idea is you can't drive over them with a four-wheel drive or a car because you get stuck on them, but you can drive over them with the tractors and the sprayers. And then this is a new one. It's got a bit wider gap there, so you can get the buggy over it, but you can't get a car over it. So Fiesta won't fit over it, but hopefully the buggy will. So we're going to put that somewhere where we go in and out with the buggy as well. And at harvest, you either move them out of the way, or you just take the blocks off your grain trailers and off you go over the top. Just a quick reminder, these are on the website now, and £5 out of each one is going to the combine charity run thing. I forgot what you call it, I'm tired. So yeah, go and get them because we're only doing a limited run. Be quick. Andrew's just going out now turning the turning the grass again. Picked it over first thing this morning, gonna do it again now, and then hopefully tomorrow morning we can probably row it up. Quite handy. I think he wants to try and get baling at 10, so, or Dave wants to get baling at 10, so flick it over now, row it up, and we can get that done. Rob's been fixed the oil leak on that. It's nearly done, is it, Rob?
What's that?
Is it nearly done now?
No.
I'm showing Joe around that gets camera fright when you put the camera at her. But she's going to tell us the advantages of Openfield. Seen this that someone sent me. Well done, great achievement. I remember seeing this when we passed it. So it's a Moonpig card. So thank you from Paddy and Jean. Coming in the post today. Got changed now, got my NFU shirt on, we've got a crops trials evening tonight, but I'm going to go and quickly do the birthday bumper. I'm trying to get Joe from Openfield to talk a little bit about why I use Openfield. One of the main reasons we use Openfield is for cash flow, so we can tell them how much tonnage of grain we have got at harvest, and then they can sort of divide it by the estimated price, and we can have a monthly cash flow, which really helps when you've got monthly HPs or monthly mortgages. She's a little bit camera shy, but we're going to see if we can record something with it in a bit, or if not, we'll put it on tomorrow. Anyway, I'll do the birthday bumper now before I hit the road and get up to Knutsford. Yeah, Knutsford. I have proper caught the sun, haven't I? I'm proper still red, sorry. Here's the birthday bumper in here. We've got Mark Worham is 45, Charlotte Hudson in Canada is 48, Ian Bell is 73, Daniel Proud is 24, Dave Parry is 30, Sally Ford's on there, Thomas MacDonald and Vanessa Simpson. And now I think you might have done a typo there, putting 49. I think it's 39. Anyway, happy birthday, everyone on the birthday bumper. 37,149 raised for the air ambulance. Amazing. Didn't get to chance to position them today. Ended up running around, sorting stuff out, mostly on the phone, doing stuff for, is it Agriland, which is a sort of the Irish Farmers Weekly kind of thing. Sorting stuff out for them. Doing an article for that, then loads of other people on the phone, and obviously talking out the combine logistics, making sure that we get it to the Highland Show and out of the Cheshire Show on time. So I'll be at the Highland Show next Friday. John's going to be there anyway, and the combine's going to be there for the duration of the show, which I think is 4 days. Right, I'm going to go off to the trials night now. Got a lift here. On the way now to the crops trials evening in this car with the really loud fan. And Joe's come over from Openfield. She lives in what, like Coventry way, is it?
Rugby.
Rugby. And she's an FBT, is it?
FBM, Farm Business Manager.
Farm Business Manager, which basically means when I want to sell grain, I ring Joe up. And if I'm having a bad day, I whinge to her.
All the time.
And she whinges to me. But she works for Openfield. So Openfield is a cooperative. So that basically means that it's owned by all the farmers that deal with them. But you don't have to pay to be in though, do you?
No, you used to get 2 £1 shares when you became a member, but people sign up all the time now and you just become a member of the cooperative.
Yeah, but why I use Openfield is one that my loads look so red. Why I use Openfield is because at the end of each harvest, I say I've got 2,000 tonne of wheat, 500 tonne of rape, 500 tonne of barley, whatever. Only thing we don't do is the beans, because we're out of contract for seed for somebody else. And then they then go, right, okay, that's your fund value, and they estimate it. And then you can say, oh well, I want 50k a month for the next 6 months, say, and you do that. But you don't have to price the grain, do you? You can sell the grain whenever you want.
Yeah, so basically you commit your grain to Openfield in between January and March time, and then and you can either put it on a producer's direct scheme, which is where you decide to sell it when you want to, or you can put it in a pool, and then Openfield will market it on your behalf. Where am I going, Ollie?
The last exit.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then that creates a crop fund, which means that you can draw down on that from the 1st of August. You can have 50%, and then when you send your final tonnage form in at the end of harvest, you can have 60%, and you can have it in one lump sum payment, or you can have
like a cash flow, like
a cash flow, or you can have like a weekly amount, or however you want to work it. We basically do one payment per week, and that goes straight into your bank, however you want it to go in, basically.
So it means that you don't have to sell grain when you don't need to, if you need cash flow. So you can just say, oh, I need 20 grand this month, I've got some bills coming in. draw it, and then when you see the nice prices you can sell a bit and whatever. So I find it works really well, and I like the fact that they're not looking after the shareholders like most of the other grain merchants are. You know, they're only running for the farmers to only make the as little as they need to stay in business. And you also buy a lot of fertiliser and a lot of seed through you, don't I, as well?
You do, yeah. So you can either contra that or just offset it against your crop fund. Like Openfield, we don't believe you should have to sell your grain because you need cash flow, hence having the crop fund. So it's really flexible, kind of an extension of your farm office, if you like.
Should we put your email address below or your number?
Oh yeah, you can put my number. Always looking for new customers. My mobile number is 07825 878 106, or my email is Joanna.eborall @openfield.co.uk.
I'll put it underneath, but because she does different areas as well, so she might say, oh well, you need to speak to someone else or whatever, but I don't know.
No, you can talk to me. I
Right.
don't mind. I'll cover lots of different areas.
So there you go. So if you've got some grain left to sell or for next harvest, and you want some options, because you also do storage for people as well, don't you?
Oh, we've also got an oilseed rape storage deal for this harvest coming. It's £5 a tonne till the end of December, then £1.50 a month to keep rolling it for the rest of the year. So we've got an oilseed rape storage at Ollie's. So if there's any local farmers that are looking for storage, please give us a call.
There you go. Check it out. That's about all for today. Loads of tractor action tomorrow because we're going to be baling. Sorry today hasn't had many tractors in because I know people tune in for the tractors. But thanks for watching. If you made it this far, click like. Don't forget, call Joe or email her, whichever, and do that Ahdb survey as well. I'll put the link below this video, and we'll see you tomorrow.